Hello and welcome to this edition of TMA's Farm Margin Talk. This is Devin Schierling, Grain Marketing Manager for TMA. So as we start this week's presentation, I hope each one of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. And for those of you lucky enough to be off today, I hope you're enjoying the overcast clouds here in central Kansas, as well as some wonderful football. But unfortunately, some of us had to work, and that was also the market's case today. And here's our Farm Margin Index report for November the 25th, 2011. And you'll see once again that the numbers are black, but quite a bit smaller than what they've been in the past. So as we look at the weekly change, you'll notice that irrigated corn and beans led the charge downward this week with $42 and $34 an acre of farm profitability reduction this week. This is once again just a slide that shows you how we came up with these numbers. So we plugged in all of our expenses, took an 185 bushel yield on irrigated corn, and came up with $199 an acre of profits. But what I want to draw your attention to is, for those of you who are producing corn, oftentimes we get sucked into this market being completely terrible, there's nothing for me to do. Well, look here at irrigated and dryland corn. So if this is what you farm, there is still bushels available to sell that are above your insurance guarantee bushels that can help you lock in that farm profitability that we look for. But as I think about this week, I think the best way to sum up this marketplace is you can put lipstick on a pig, but at the end of the day, it's still a pig. And as we look at profitability for this week, you'll notice that this is a 4-year profitability chart for wheat. And so the red line right in the middle is 2012. The green line shows a similar time frame in the direction we went after those market lows. Now, by no stretch of the imagination am I saying that we're going to see a massive correction and move higher in wheat. But what I am saying is that there is opportunity available. So take advantage of those opportunities and have a goal in place that if we do see a correction in this marketplace, that you can take advantage of that opportunity. Now, one thing that I've heard a lot of people say is well, Devin, we're going to have a good year regardless because of crop insurance. Well, what I don't want you to focus on is focus on the left-hand side of this profitability chart when you should be focusing on the right-hand side. So doing all those little things that you need to do to put the most into your crop to maximize your yield. Because many of you have grown a 63 bushel wheat crop before, which is 140 bushels of your APH, and you can still have excellent profitability at those levels. For example, a 63 bushel yield at a 603 price still comes back to $111 an acre of farm profitability. So make sure that we're taking advantage of those opportunities, and as we come into that time frame where top dressing and fungicides are going to become more important, make sure we're doing what's best for our crop and best for your farm's profit potential. As we look at soybeans, it's a similar story. We noticed that from basically the 4th of December all the way of 2010 till September, we were range bound. We traded in the same $50 an acre profitability range, and here recently we broke out of that. But the one thing that the beans have shown us is they're going to be more volatile than most other crops. And so as we've seen decreases in our exports, that's decreased our farm profitability. So take advantage of those opportunities when they become available, and that leads me right into what can I do. Stay true to your foundational principles. So have a profit goal in mind and lock it in when it becomes available, and then know how that crop insurance policy works and what tools are available to help you lock in your revenue on your farm. So what's moving our margin going forward? The outside markets and the economic issues in other country once again are leading the way, and this change in the value of our dollar has led us to become uncompetitive in the world. And when that happens, our markets move lower. So that's what we've seen the last couple of weeks. So Megan will be very happy, and Megan Beeman helps us with on the TMA side with all of our social media approach. And I included a reminder for each of you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So for any more additional information, feel free to contact our TMA grain marketing or crop insurance specialist. Thank you and have a great week.